changing the storyline that keeps me alive. So make a wish and say, give me life.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the official Second City Sam podcast, where today I will be reviewing what occurred at WWE Fastlane, WWE's brand new pay-per-view that everybody was expecting to be not so good. But in all honesty, it was actually very good, in my opinion. I'm going to take you through all the matches, going to give you my reaction to these matches, and tell you where I think it's going to go from there. Also, I will preview tonight's Monday Night Raw, in which I think a lot of things can happen. So I'm going to get started here with the mid-card, if you will. I'm going to start off with the Intercontinental Championship match that happened last night. It was Dean Ambrose versus Bad News Barrett for the title. I really thought, if you listen to my last podcast, I really thought Dean Ambrose was going to come out of there with the title, but it was a little different. It was a decent match, but towards the end, Bad News Barrett started to run away, actually, with his title, and Dean Ambrose had to keep getting him, or chasing after him, to get him back in the ring to prevent him from being counted out. Because as everybody knows, if you're counted out, you don't win the title. It doesn't even matter if Dean Ambrose wins by a count out. The title cannot be switching hands via a count out win. It has to be a pinfall or a submission. So Dean Ambrose got him back into the ring, but he put him in the corner and started kicking him, and the referee gave you his usual count while he's stuck in the corner. You get to a 5 count. If you get to a 5 count and you're still not letting up, it's a disqualification. And that's what happened to Dean Ambrose. I was pretty upset when I saw that happen. I wasn't expecting that. That was one thing I really did not expect in that match. But I think this little rivalry they got going on with BNB and Dean Ambrose is going to carry on through tonight's Monday Night Raw and all the way up to WrestleMania 31, where eventually you gotta believe that Dean Ambrose is going to win the Intercontinental title, because that title does need some revamping. And Dean Ambrose, the Lunatic Fringe, is the guy to do that. Just from a match standpoint, I thought it could have been better. Not great action. It wasn't terrible, but I think it's only going to get better because we got 34 days until WrestleMania. It's got a lot of potential between those two. BNB is a pretty good all-around wrestler. He's got some cool moves. And Dean Ambrose, as we know, probably should be in the running for the World Heavyweight Championship right now, but he is not. He is in the Intercontinental division, and as for right now, he is going to stay in there. Moving on here, we had the brotherly battle between Goldust and Stardust, a.k.a. Cody Rhodes. That was actually a really good match. I wasn't expecting much from that match. Goldust is a little old. Cody Rhodes, Stardust, is younger, and he has some good moves, but I was really only expecting a one-dimensional match here. I didn't like the way it ended. I feel like Cody Rhodes, or rather Stardust, did some good things in the match to where it shouldn't have ended like it did. Goldust won the match with a roll-up. kind of an inverted roll up, and it kind of looked like it was a mess up. Kind of looked like he was supposed to kick out. He tried to kick out, didn't get it. The referee called for the bell, and Goldust won. But what happened backstage after the match was what was really concerning, that it might carry over into WrestleMania. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, was there after the match with Goldust, talking about trying to get Cody Rhodes back, trying to get the family back together. Well, Cody Rhodes came in, attacked Goldust, and pretty much nullified that happening. So it was pretty cool. It kind of makes for a good rivalry going into WrestleMania. We'll see what happens tonight on Raw. I'm sure they have something in store for them too. Let's move on here to the tag team division, as we have the Usos, who were the champions, against Tyson Kidd and Cesaro. It was a really good match. Very good match, actually. And I was really hoping, I was actually really thinking that the Usos were going to come out on top, and they were going to wait until WrestleMania for Tyson Kidd and Cesaro to win the championships. It didn't happen. Tyson Kidd and Cesaro did a very good job in creating some commotion in the ring towards the end of the match to help solidify their title win. I'll tell you what, Cesaro, I just want to give my little opinion in depth on him. He is a very, very good wrestler. Strong guy, underrated, has some cool moves. I really think WWE should be using him more. And that goes for Tyson Kidd too. He's a very good wrestler, but Cesaro is just, he is in another world of strength. He doesn't look like he's all that strong, but he is probably one of the strongest guys in the WWE, if not the strongest guy in the WWE. All right, moving on again here. To kick off the WWE Fastlane, we had a 6-man tag match. It was Eric Rowan, Ryback, and Dolph Ziggler versus Big Show, Kane, and Seth Rollins. I was a little disappointed in that match. It wasn't very entertaining to me. I feel like those 6 are kind of getting a little stale for me in the ring with each other. My prediction was correct from the podcast. Big Show, Kane, and Rollins won the match. Cheating, of course. Big Show had a knockout punch to Dolph Ziggler as Kane was hanging him over the rope. The referee wasn't looking. Knockout punch. Kane covers. 1, 2, 3. And after the match, you know how it goes. Rollins, Big Show, Kane attacking the 3. But what really happened next was awesome, to say the least. Randy Orton, Mr. RKO himself, the Viper, the Apex player, made his return last night after that match to come in and attack Big Show, Kane, Seth Rollins, J&J Security. Many RKOs. It was awesome. The crowd went crazy. I went crazy. I'm glad to see Randy Orton back. I'm pretty sure he's gonna wind up doing something with Rollins to create probably a match at WrestleMania against Rollins. That's gonna be awesome. Those two, they were just beginning a rivalry before Randy Orton, his absence. And it kind of died off, obviously, since Randy Orton wasn't there. But I'd really like to see that return. Those are two great wrestlers, great athletes, and I feel like they would create for a great match. at WrestleMania. So it's good to have Randy Orton back. No return from Sheamus during WWE Fastlane. I was a little surprised at that, as they have been saying that his return was coming soon. Did not happen. But moving on here, we had the confrontation between Triple H and Sting, which was really cool. Triple H was, giving Sting the business, telling him he could save his legacy if he just walks away now. Or he could, get beat up at Fastlane right here, right now, yada, yada, yada. Well, Sting got beat up by Triple H. Triple H went outside the ring to grab a sledgehammer. But Sting found his way with a baseball bat. It was the baseball bat versus the sledgehammer. It was really cool. Sting backed him into the corner with the baseball bat. Kind of pointed the baseball bat towards the WrestleMania sign in the background and pretty much announced that he wants Triple H at WrestleMania. Triple H tried to attack him, didn't work. Sting hit him with the Scorpion, good old move there. And pretty much they announced 5 minutes later that match will happen at WrestleMania. It will be Sting the Vigilante versus Triple H the Game. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait for it. It was a pretty cool confrontation. I expected a little more out of it, but that's okay. It's going to carry on to the next couple of weeks up until WrestleMania. Moving on, once again here, of course you're listening to the Second City Sam official podcast, where I am recapping WWE Fastlane. Now, what I want to talk about next was truly awesome. Bray Wyatt, as we know, he's been making all those promos towards an unknown superstar. Well, we found out who the superstar was last night as The Undertaker's music played throughout the arena, and out came the people with the fire torches. Can't think of their names right now, but and everybody thought it was The Undertaker. It was not. It was a coffin that they rolled down to the ring. They opened the coffin up. It was Bray Wyatt, truly announcing that he wants The Undertaker. And at WrestleMania, he says he will take care of The Undertaker once and for all. Now, how will The Undertaker respond? That's what I want to know. Obviously, that they're pushing through this whole thing, not knowing if The Undertaker would wrestle or not. I think they have their answer. He's going to wrestle at WrestleMania. He's going to face Bray Wyatt, and he is going to put Bray Wyatt over towards the top. That was probably the coolest part of the show for me, in my opinion. Bray Wyatt and The Undertaker, not a lot of people are excited about it. I am. I think it's going to be great. All right. Moving on to the main events here. We have John Cena versus Rusev for the United States Championship. That match was, it was just It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. I did not like the ending. I knew John Cena wasn't going to win, but I did not think it was going to be because of being knocked out, which it was. So, kind of disappointed there. But we know this is going to carry over into WrestleMania. John Cena is now going to go down lightly. Lana, of course, is the reason why John Cena he got kicked in the nuts and ultimately got kicked in the face afterwards to get knocked out. Rusev put him the accolade, and it was over with. The referee didn't see it. The referee had to call for the bell because John Cena was knocked out. So that was the match there. That was a little disappointing. Got to give credit to Rusev, though. He kicked out of an AA. He countered a STF. It was okay. I'm